Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first TransCon, a 3-day event where trans folks play TTRPGs and raise money for Trans Lifeline, an organization run by and for trans folk who provide trans peer support. Our donation goal today is $3,000, and you could type !donate in the chat and get a link where you can donate to our campaign. We have lots of giveaways today, like lots of giveaways, so pay attention to chat for all of those. We are currently at 2644 of our $3,000 goal. And I want us to hit 3,000 plus. We have to go further beyond. That's what we have to do. So go check all the links in the chat. Check for the giveaways, just donate. And yeah, welcome to this game of Lesbian Werewolf Crimefighters for TransCon. Lesbian Werewolf Crimefighters is a game by me. I am Dusty. You can find me at Dusty Hill. I use they, he pronouns. Yeah, and I'm going to give it to the rest of our lovely cast. I'm just going to go with Christina. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Christina. I use any pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Captain, who is a lesbian werewolf crime fighter who drives the spaceship, the Lavender Menace. Captain is an alien and really likes kicking ass. I'm going to pass it to Alyssa.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me on Twitter at @adisasterqueer. Today, I am playing Gita, who uses they, she pronouns and is just some guy. But they are also a lesbian werewolf crime fighter. And I will pass it off to Jay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jay, or Nala. I use both. My pronouns are they, them. Today, I am playing, I need to not mispronounce my name, Elveanir Tlask, who uses they pronouns, L for short. L is also a lesbian werewolf crime fighter. Weird how that happened. I'm also alien royalty. I'm very excited to play this game. And let's go lesbians.
Let's go, lesbians. And with that, I think we're just going to get right into it because lesbians got places to go, fight crime to fight, werewolves to be. And we start in the small town of, I've already forgot the name of this town in Massachusetts. Northampton. We start in Northampton, Massachusetts.
God damn it.
Usually a quaint lesbian city. Always lesbian city, usually quaint, but today, not so quaint. In the town center, we see a sight to behold. A spaceship, werewolves, and lots of dinosaurs with rockets strapped to their back. Both rockets to let them fly like jetpacks and rockets to shoot rockets at other werewolves and people and buildings. And we are going to start as the camera zooms into Gita, who is currently fighting a bunch of Lambiosauruses.
Sorry, what?
Lambiosaurus, they're just guys with rockets on them.
Do they look like Lamborghinis?
Yes, they do now. Because guess what? They were brought back and the evil villain made them look however they wanted.
Ah, yes, the extinct Lamborghini.
Beep, beep.
Gita, really quickly. So we know you're just a little guy, but what does it look like as you are fighting off this pack of 3 Lambiosauruses with rockets?
So I think that we see Gita, who is pretty small and short stature, with like a bright, like bubblegum pink ponytail. They're wearing a sort of periwinkle sundress with an open, like tiny black vest over it. Like they sort of do a spinning kick. And their like sparkly, chunky white shoes hit one of the dinosaurs right in the rocket and sort of knock it off kilter. and they sort of follow that motion to roll over it so that they are on top of the dinosaur and kind of like ratatouilleing it is the goal.
And as you are ratatouilleing the Lambeosaurus, it's gonna like do a freeze frame where like colors pop and it has your name. Could you tell us a little bit more about Gita? What are your lesbian powers, werewolf powers, crime fighting powers, and your weakness?
Yes, Gita's lesbian power is mixology, which is not entirely helpful in this fight against rocket-powered dinosaurs. Her werewolf power is incredible scent, which is not the ability to smell very well. She just smells very nice. And the crime fighter power is a supervillain friend who also happens to be someone in our party. They have a weakness to iced coffee. They have to stop and buy some every time they see it, which in the town of Northampton is not an easy thing to deal with.
There's so many cafes.
In fact, as you are ratatouilleing this dinosaur, you this sentence I just said, you see the perked up coffee shop on the corner. No one's in there, but the coffee machines are still working. And then we are going to cut to someone on a spaceship as tiny little Leonosaura are jumping up with their rockets at the captain, our captain. What does it look like, Captain, when you're fighting off all these little it's like a pack of like tiny little raptor dinosaurs, but they have big rockets strapped to them, like Toy Story style.
You see the captain just hacking away with an improvised weapon that she's just kind of pulled together. It might even be like a piece of the spaceship that fell off, and she's just wielding it like a giant glaive, hacking at the jetpacks and these rockets on these dinosaurs, screaming the entire time. She's dressed in late 90s fashion, early, like big chunky shoes. It really looks like she just walked off the set of The L Word. And the hair is flowing, a blonde Bixie. And yeah, just oil is everywhere from the rockets. She's getting splattered with it. It's a mess. It's a mess up here on the spaceship, which on the side of it is painted in bright purple letters, the Lavender Menace.
And a shot of you standing with that piece of the ship as a glaive, and you see the Lavender Menace. Again, pop shot, bright colors, Captain. What was like powers, weakness, Captain?
Powers, applying makeup to other lesbians. Werewolf powers, mind reading. Crime fighting powers, a spaceship. And she only has one weakness, and that is the sight of the straight pride flag.
Uh-huh.
Did I say it with
I think
a
that's
straight
very
face?
rare in Northampton, Massachusetts, where Smith College is. I think that there's no straight pride in Northampton. Maybe in Southampton or Easthampton or Westhampton, but
Or
not in
Southeast
Northampton.
Hampton.
Yeah.
And we are going to cut to that pop shot to El Trask. You are currently fighting off a bunch of Lisiothosaurus, which are just they're like a mix between the size of a raptor but with tiny little arms like a T-Rex. Again, also have giant rockets strapped to them. In fact, a few are riding giant rockets. How does it look like when you are fighting them off?
So if we're going with this whole like freeze frame-esque thing, I think we see like these what did you say?
Lisothosaurus.
Lisosauruses. Sorry, I'm laughing at how the captions are writing Lisa Thesaurus. You know, the author of the thesaurus. Anyway, Lisa Thesauruses converging on the screen, and then there's a like swish of a sword, this like big great sword that is has like a metal hilt, and the blade is glowing with like this blue green energy. And the metal itself, on cursory glance, appears to just be metal, but I think in the glint of the sun you can see it's got some holographic elements to it. And so the sword slices like through one of these dinos, like the straps that are like holding the jetpack to the dino. um and I think there's a close-up shot of the tag on the thing, which is to what, the Z Corporation? Is that it?
Z Corp, yes.
Z Corp. So there's a little logo, Z Corp. And that gets like swatched away, and then we see El Trask standing there. And um L is has a very like yellow greenish skin, and all of these facial markings on their face. um and they have green hair that is tied back into like a little like very very gay half up half down kind of hairstyle, and they're wearing their royal insignia robe-esque thing. There is a it's covered now. Where'd it go? On my costume. Well, you just gotta imagine it. And I have a pin. I can feel it right here. There's a pin of the seal of House Trask. Um and we see as L, in a blink of an eye, disappears and reappears right in front of Gita, and they just put a hand out right in front of you, in between you and the coffee shop. and L says, "No, you have to stay strong. Don't give in to your impulses, please, Gita. We need to prevent this." And I imagine there is the freeze frame finally. So yeah, L Vianier Trask is my lesbian power is sword fighting. So I've got my futuristic alien sword. Um my crime fighting power is that I have diplomatic immunity. Is it because I'm an alien or because I'm royalty? The world will never know. And then my werewolf power is teleportation, as we all just saw. Maybe that's an alien power, who knows? And my weakness, for better or for worse, is amethyst. The crystal, amethyst.
The crystal. Um,
It funnily enough makes me very good at being able to identify real amethyst from fake amethyst, because only the real stuff gets me.
and I think here is where the camera starts panning. The lavender menaces floating above both El Trask and Gita or Gita? Gita, right?
Gita, I think,
Gita.
yeah.
Gita, yeah.
And really quickly, just want to say, we've already got some donations for incentives, which I forgot to mention at the top of the pod stream show. So we got a couple. Looks like I forgot the exact numbers because I'm so invested in all these lesbians. I'm looking for them right now. So at $10, if you donate that, you can name and add a dinosaur to the scene, which that's about to happen. $15, you could add an extra dice for a player to roll. Jay, you've been given an extra dice to roll
Oh, thank you.
for your next roll. $25, Jay will change their character voice.
Yes, you can force me to change my character voice. And I've got a lot of them, and most of them are terrible, so please donate.
And at $50, you donate, I will add another wildcard lesbian to the game. And as this is happening, Trask, you're telling Gita, stay strong, we gotta stop this. And as soon as you do, the coffee shop erupts as a huge, weird amalgamation of different dinosaurs you've seen, all starting with the letter L, erupt through, and you see you donated this. I'm giving this to you. The Licholotopus. It's a giant dinosaur,
I
multiple
love to lick
heads,
a lot of puss.
multiple heads, all gnashing and biting and chomping as they zoom towards y'all with a rocket. And we're just going to start this off with a little bit of quick round of combat.
Before we jump into combat, can
Yes.
I use my move and subvert expectations to roll crime fighting to give my allies a +1 forward, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead and you're going to roll your you are going to roll plus your crime fighting stat.
Okay.
And the goal is and basically you're trying to get an 8+.
Yes. So I'm rolling 1d8, yeah?
1d8, yes.
Yeah, I unfortunately rolled a 5, making it a 6 with my crime fighting stat. So I'm afraid that I was not successful. So I think that I'm going to just shout, my liege, Gita, careful, careful. I'm gonna come down there and just leap from the Lavender Menace, go for planting my glaive in the back of one of the rocket packs, but I'm gonna miss and just splat right on the ground in front of the coffee shop. And you just hear like, oh, and Captain just kind of pop back up, ready to go. Sorry, everyone.
And as
Okay.
you splat, it stops this wild dinosaur in its tracks. But they are now eyes, all 6 of them, aimed at you two. Combat is a little free-formy. Basically, when it reaches an action, then I go, and then we'll go from there. So, Gita or Eldrask?
I think that Gita is sort of still staring in horror at this exploded coffee shop front. Cold brew ice cubes. Do you think they're safe? Oh no, the captain. And will sort of and they will run forward towards both their mentor and this new threat. And I think just sort of attempt to get its attention away from Captain by I think that they start to sort of a werewolf. So hair comes out of the ponytail as their face starts to shift slightly. It is still pink. They turned into a bubblegum pink werewolf. But just a sort of, I think it's the sort of Teen Wolf reboot style werewolf where it's like a slight change in face shape and the hair gets a little wonky and the eyes get a little wild, but otherwise sort of fairly humanoid, but they transform and they growl at the threat and sort of stand with claws out, ready to attack.
I would argue go ahead and roll with werewolf. Are you going to try to? You said you wanted to distract them, right?
You are muted.
I muted myself instead of unmuting myself. Yeah, I think that they are going to try and make themselves look like a threat so that the dinosaur will attack them rather than Captain, who is prone on the ground at this particular moment.
Yeah, so go ahead and you're going to roll 2d8 and you're going to take the better result using your werewolf stat.
Okay, that's a 6. Oh no, my werewolf is +0, so that's a 6.
So a 6 is a hit.
It is a hit. Yes.
So basically you are able to distract them. So it is not a great success. So 2 of these heads has now out of the 3 were rearing down towards Eldrask and the captain, but now have kind of 2 of them are now going towards you. And are distracted enough because that's like 66% of the dinosaur. And from there, really quickly, Jay, new voice.
Yeah. So I think as Captain comes flying down from the sky, completely on purpose, uh, I like to imagine your glaive just grazes the side of me where attached to my belt via like a harness or something there's like a little piece of technology which is our universal translator. And maybe like the butt of your glaive just like bumps it a little bit and so uh the little lights on it flash a couple times and L says says oh no, Captain, what happened?
Your translator, L.
I will try to fix it, but I can't do it right now. We are in the middle of battle.
Uh, quick, wolf form. Gina, are you okay?
I think that Gita is like still sort of not actually attacking, just waving their sort of like not even like meh, like wacky inflatable tube man, waving their arms around, and they say, "Yeah, I think it's paying attention to me. Go for the rockets or something. Tie them up. Can you tie them up?"
I will say, because this is basically a very good distraction, whoever rolls next gets an additional die towards this.
Let me teleport onto the back, and I can cut the jetpack off. And I would like to do that, please.
Yeah, go ahead. I assume you're using your roll powers. Because you were given the extra one, I say you could bank that if you like, or if you want to roll 3 right now. Or you could just roll 2 dice and take the better.
I will roll 2 dice.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, I got an 8. Would you look at that? And then my werewolf is +1, so that's a 9.
Nice. That's an incredible success. So not only do you do what you want, you get to tell me how well you do what you want.
Okay, so, in the blink of an eye, El Trask disappears and reappears on the back of Lickalotopus. And and I would like to appear sitting as if riding a horse. Where's my accent going?
The translator.
Oh no! And I cut it off with my big sword. Yeah, I can't do French. Cut it off with my sword, and I dramatically toss it down to my 2 companions onto the ground, and I say, "Nice work! Let's keep it going. Let's go, lesbians!"
You snap the rocket off. It is now just lying dormant at y'all's feet. And the dinosaur you're on has actually calmed down a bit, as almost as these rockets are causing them to go wild and rampaging. And
Oh, and I will just slide down the side of it, and I'll just pat it on the side, and say, uh, "Good dino, good," and I just like do the like where you like tap a horse twice to get it to just run off. Send it on its way.
It trots off with its 7 legs, which I didn't
What?
mention. Yeah, it was on the rocket. It didn't need the legs. So yeah, it trots off.
7 legs.
Yeah, it's a
Odd
and
number.
as this dinosaur goes off in the distance, you see at first what appears to be a Dilophosaurus flying through towards you for the rocket, but then like a microphone, like or like a speaker pops out of the rocket, and you hear this voice like, "You gosh darn lesbians, I'm just trying to bring dinosaurs back and control the world, and here you are. Look, if you want to stop this, find me at Smith, and you could take me out there. But right now, I'm sending this Dildosaurus towards you.
What's the guy's name again? It's something Husk.
I have it written down. Jiren Husk of
Jiren-
Z Corp Industries.
El Trask hears this sad pitiful man's voice and says, "Oh, boo you, Husk! We will rise to your challenge."
And as you say that, this dinosaur is currently on the direct path towards you. The Dildosaurus, by the way. I don't know if you all heard that.
Yeah,
Which is another donation. Thank you.
Dildosaurus. Thank you, chat, for that. Thank you. Trans rights.
Strap in, lesbians.
Strap in, strap on. Oh, let's go. And I will teleport out of the way. And if I can do this, if I could just teleport sidestep and with my sword very expertly cut off the jetpack harness on the Dildosaurus as it runs by.
Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be, I would say this would be using your lesbian powers since it is sword fighting.
Okay. I am a 0 lesbian. That is a 1.
You have the other dice if you want to roll it.
Okay, thank you, Lauren, for donating that. That is another 1. That did not help. Thank you. I appreciate it.
As you are trying to sidestep it and cut it off, you miss the angle just slightly, and the sword actually just gets caught, and you start flying off with the dinosaur.
Oh no!
You are gonna lose 1 tenacity for this.
Okay, goodbye.
And the other 2, you see a Trask flying off on the Dildosaurus.
Can I use my mind reading powers and read the Dildosaurus's mind to see where it's going?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll with your werewolf powers.
That's a 3.
I
So, it's a
believe
failure.
that is a miss.
Yeah.
So as you're trying to read the mind, I will say here you get this. It's just thinking of trying to eat a tree. It's just a guy. They don't know where they're going. But yeah. So El Trask is on a wild ride. Coffee shop no longer here.
Oh, sorry, Gita. No coffee for you today. We have to go where there are trees. Perhaps one of your human parks.
Wait, I have another idea. And can I use my incredible scent to make myself smell like a tree so that it will circle back around towards us?
Oh.
I didn't realize it was something you could control, but that makes sense. Go ahead and roll plus werewolf.
That's a 5. Oh wait, 5 is a success. That's a 5.
Excellent. Yeah. So Trask, as you were kind of just like trying to get out, but this is like one of your really nice swords. They don't make them here on this planet. You don't want to just let it go. You do feel yourself slowly start to like change like where you're headed, and it's like, oh great, I'm headed back. Oh no, I'm headed back. Gita, you smell just like a tree, and this dinosaur with a rocket strapped to it really wants to get to that tree.
Yes, it's not necessary for my smelling like a tree, but I do have my hands up and I'm just standing very still, like looking very concentrated.
Gita, what are you doing?
I lured you back. Now we can rescue you.
I don't need rescuing. I'm doing fine, I say as I'm just like flapping around in the this thing's running.
You just
My
hear
liege, your weapon is
"Wah."
stuck.
From the dinosaur. Um, Gira. Oh, well, okay. This rocket strapped dinosaur tries to get to you, and they veer a little bit too downward, and the tip of the rocket slides against the floor, breaking the strap, thankfully, from El Trask. But the dinosaur does go flying into the rubble of the coffee shop. But you're no longer about to get hit by a rocket, so there you go.
Can I pull El Trask from the wreckage and then present to them their sword in a very like ceremonial, like here's your sword, my
that one
liege.
meme. The red art meme of
Yes.
that.
Your
And
blade.
then, thank you, Captain. I really appreciate it. That was a bumpy ride.
Well, we're free now and we can defeat this husk rat. Wait, just husk? It does not matter.
The first name begins with a G. I don't remember it though.
Jared?
Jared? It
Jiren.
wasn't Jiren.
Jiren Husk.
Jiren Husk. I'm going to type that in our chat so we don't forget.
What is with the humans with the J names?
I thought it was spelled with a G.
Oh,
Okay,
a G
let's go.
names.
I don't know. Maybe it was a J. I don't know.
Who could say?
To Smith College.
And yeah, if y'all want to head to Smith College, we'll be
Use our
transitioning
gaydar.
scenes using
Use our gaydar to locate the higher density of lesbians.
Shall we
Yeah.
take the Lavender Menace or should we ride some bikes?
Let's take the spaceship. Oh wait, sorry, character voice. Let's take the spaceship. So bad.
and as you board the Lavender Menace, is there anything where you get
Oh no, did we lose Dusty?
I think we did.
Oh no! No, okay, now we have to banter.
Well, we could. What does our spaceship look like? We are from another planet. Do you want to say what planet we're from?
Do you want to say what planet we're from?
Yeah, we're from Sappho Prime.
Oh right, I forgot. I was trying to do a bit. Oh, are you back?
Are you
I think I'm
back?
back? Yes.
Yay!
Nice.
I don't know what's happening. I'm literally hardwired in. Okay. Yes, so I was saying, if you lost any tenacity, you do get 2 back, up to your maximum of 8. But yeah, so you're heading towards Smith College. I imagine you could probably use your gaydar, but I imagine Gita, you're from Earth, and this city, I assume.
Oh yeah, I can find it, but it's really cute when Trask and Captain sort of try and do human things. So I'm gonna let them have this.
Captain, pull out your phone and open up the Google map.
Hello, Siri. She never works.
I think you have to say, okay, Siri.
Okay, Siri.
Shut up. My iPad just went off.
Oh,
It's fine. We're good.
Hello, designation, Captain.
Please locate lesbians.
Smith College.
Smith
That's the
Processing.
College.
name.
Processing, locating, lesbians, processing. And then a pin appears at the map exactly where you are.
No. Try
Smith
again.
College. Take us to Smith College.
Processing, processing. This is what Siri sounds like. Processing. And you see the college is like 3 miles away. In fact, it's probably noticeable by the big buildings you could see in the distance. You're on a spaceship, so it shouldn't take no time to get there.
Nice.
Gonna do some cinematic punching of buttons. You hear like all the spaceship beeps happening. And
I make very good special effects.
thank you, my liege. Gita, is there a seat for you on the spaceship? Have we made you one?
Oh, I think not yet because Gita prefers to go on foot. Her chunky boots are also, they have little heel, the little wheelies that drop. But she has been sort of she came with you and is now sort of standing, holding on to like some sort of pillar in the corner. But your like talking to Siri did open Lex on her phone, so she's a little distracted as we ride off.
And as you head over, you start seeing as you get closer, kind of all the rocket strapped dinosaurs disappear from where you were. As you get closer to the college, you see the telltale, like there's a tower with a clock on it. Not super like big tower, but it's the clock tower. And you see that there's the gates around it are you see just so many more dinosaurs. So many little Lyceratops and like I'm not gonna say that one, I can't pronounce it. A Liliensternus, Lyceratops, Liliensternuses, some big like Lianosaurus rexes. But like the Lianosaurus rexes, instead of their back, they're actually strapped to their head. But they're rockets that shoot at you instead of making them fly.
Oh no!
And there's just
Zut alors.
so many dinosaurs out there. And the tower, where you see this suddenly pops out a giant satellite dish. And as the satellite dish comes out, almost like a cow comes out, and you see a Z Corp branded straight pride flag drapes down the building.
Oh no!
I can't look. I can't look. The piloting just goes offline. As Captain just has to cover her eyes to avoid seeing the straight pride flag.
Captain, switch with me. Let me try to pilot the ship.
Take over, Mayday.
So we do a very well rehearsed. It's so good. Where you slide out of the seat and I slide in, and I would like to try to pilot the ship. I am royalty. Do I know how to pilot the ship? Probably not.
We'll get to that role when we get to it. And from the satellite dishes, you hear fine, lesbians. If you want to take me down and stop all this, you have to get through my army of dinosaurs with rockets strapped to them. Why aren't y'all more excited about this? They're dinosaurs and rockets. I brought them back. I've been making rockets. Yeah, 80% of them fail. That's why they're all here. The ones strapped to the Lianosaurus rexes, those are the failed ones, and they're great as weapons. So you could leave now and just go be lesbian somewhere else. Go to Southampton. They need more lesbians there, not here in Northampton. And then the microphone from the satellite dish, which was coming out, kind of goes back in.
Wow, that guy sounds so boring, you know? So boring.
He sounds like a sad little man.
Do you think he picked dinosaurs because he thought they would match his views?
I don't know. Human stuff.
Were dinosaurs known especially for their views?
No, well, there's the one dinosaur in Chicago that's trans. Sue the T-Rex. But
I think,
do we have like blasters or something on this ship? I'd really like to get rid of that flag. I mean, you're doing great, Al, but maybe the captain should take back over driving.
Ship driving noises.
Is it gone? Can I see?
Are there blasters on this ship that I can maybe try to shoot that flag or burn it or splatter
Probably.
paint on it so it's not the colors that it is?
Probably. I mean, it's a lavender menace. It's a menace for a reason, probably.
Wait, can we have rainbow paint that we can just slap onto it?
Absolutely. I will need you to make a driving roll first.
Okay, what stat do I roll with?
I think currently, let's use your lesbian stat.
0. Let's go. That was cocked. That is a 6. So that's a hit.
Hey,
Nice.
you get a little closer to the ground than you kind of wanted, but you are still flying there. And with that, you can hit the what is it? The rainbow cannons, the paint cannons, the lesbo
Ready
spray.
rainbow cannon. Oh, ship. As we're like, I don't know, scraping the bottom a little bit. Pull up.
Yeah. And then so like 7 to 8 different little paint cannons shoot up and all shoot at the same time. And that black and white flag is no longer the black and white. You just see the corp, the corp, like little C logo thing for the Z Corp in the top right, but it's now rainbow-fied.
I will say that Gita does not have a seat on this ship yet, but she has contributed biodegradable paint, so it's all fine.
Excellent. And now you are still here on the ship, but there are big dinos coming towards you now, giant rockets.
Captain, take over.
We'll do the...
Also, we hit our goal.
We hit our goal. Let's go, lesbians.
Somebody pay me $25 so I can switch this and I would like to move over so Captain can take back the steering of the ship.
Oh, it looks like Pan the Cabra did a 25 donation.
Oh, I've been saved. Okay.
No, I think it was a specific kind of voice requested.
Oh, there was?
From that one, yeah. A Super
What?
Mario voice.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I don't know any.
Bad Italian? I think he doesn't do it in that movie though.
Oh. Okay. It's a me. El Trask. I never grew up with these games, so I'm a little bit out of my depth here. This is a little bit of a Toad. I don't know. Isn't Toad's voice really high? You're welcome.
Really quickly, one of the big Tyrannosauruses with the rocket, they yell out this giant roar, and the rocket shoots out right for the ship. It does hit the ship head on, and you the ship starts to like smoke, and you are down on a downward trajectory towards the ground.
Assume crash positions, everyone. Assume crash positions. We're going into red alert.
Oh no!
And lavender alert. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And yeah, it turns into a rave here on the deck of the ship. And you see some like cushions pop out of the wall. So we can be ready for impact. Yeah.
Can I teleport out of the ship so that Gita can use my chair and I can just be okay?
Yeah, I'd say this, like, you actually do make me a roll just to see how well you could determine where you're going.
Cool. 7. What stat am I rolling with?
That'll be your werewolf stat.
8.
Nice. So yeah, you could teleport basically wherever you want.
Okay,
I don't
where
know the limits of these powers, but yeah.
We are headed to where again?
Just
a Smith.
The Smith building, basically the building where you painted the flag rainbow.
Okay, cool. So I will just teleport out of the ship to the greens where there are lots of lesbian students, doing normal student things. There's a perfect
Well, I mean, they would normally, but there is a lot of dinosaurs on campus.
That's true. So never mind. There are no students currently there. There's dinosaurs. But I will just teleport down to the ground. But before I do, I say, Gita, take my seat. I don't know what this voice is. But my brain keeps going into Mickey Mouse zone, which is that's not Toad's voice. But I keep wanting to go
it's close enough, I feel.
Gita, take my seat. I'm out. And I teleport away.
You got to get that translator fixed. Gita says, sort of vaulting over the back of the chair and strapping in.
Oh, I know. I don't know what's going on.
And you're able to get strapped in as lesbians do, and the ship crashes to the ground. More of like, not like a big explosion, more like it falls and then it does that slide where it goes super far, sparks and parts flying everywhere. And you land safely, you're strapped in, it's fine, and then suddenly all the airbags around you go off all at once. So you're extra safe, but now you're slowly being surrounded by dinosaurs. Raptors, Leonosauruses, T-Rexes, Allosauruses, Triceratops, all surrounding you. Jay, you got a new voice.
I've been saved! Woohoo!
So how are you going to get out of this situation, Captain and Gita?
Are you still in your werewolf form?
I think that it has faded as we have been in this ship.
Shall we wolf out?
I wonder, we could do that, or is there still paint in the cannons? I mean, these rockets aren't very good. Maybe we could just disable them, cover their sensors or something.
Yes, we have paint, and we also have external speakers. I could play some Tegan and Sarah.
This game doesn't have inspiration, but fuck it, I'm giving you inspiration for that.
Extra dice.
Extra dice, sure. Woo.
Maybe it'll inspire them to break it. I'm trying to think of a Tegan and Sarah song and I can't. It will get you in their head.
Yes. Why did I choose the band that I don't remember the names of the songs? But yes, perhaps it shall. And we will just start blasting some Tegan and Sarah. And, do you want to go wild with those paint cans.
Yes, I would like to go wild with the paint cannons. Just trying to cover the rockets in paint. I assume it'll be able to sort of drip into the crevices and disable whatever it is that he's using to mind control these dinos.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me rolls. I think mainly Gita, because you're the one like trolling the cannons. I don't know, a lesbian roll?
Hey, that's an 8 then.
Oh yeah, you have a great success. Tell me how great of a success this is.
Yeah, so I think Gita, it starts just as like, and not an act of force, but an act of necessity. But as she gets into it, she starts getting sort of creative, and it's almost like the painting, the mixing of the blending of colors. It reminds her of her love of mixology and finding the perfect balance in these dinosaurs and the rockets and all the beautiful colors of the like trans inclusive BIPOC pride flag. And she, yeah, covers a bunch of dinosaurs in tape and paint and disables some of their rockets.
Yeah, I think so. There's a bunch of like just the tiny dinos coming at you. I think you're both able to like they kind of just like get the rockets like ports get clogged up. The ones that are about to shoot, they kind of just like power down. They make like a sad like sound. Some do a wah wah sound because it's like a coded in because the person thinks that they have a great sense of humor that made all these rockets. Um and there's now just like a lot of like weird dinosaur roars and barks because there's like the tiny ones that go ah ah. If you need a dinosaur impersonator for your next stream, I got you. And
Get us to
you
4,000 and Dusty will release audio files that you can use in the Discord soundboard.
I'm so tired of listening to their dinosaur mixtape. Please get it out of the house.
We are almost there, probably. So you're able to kind of get out as Tegan and Sarah start playing. I don't know any Tegan and Sarah songs. I've been to one of their concerts.
All I wanna get is
Did they do Everything Is Awesome?
Yes,
They
they
did.
do.
Yeah, Everything
From
Is
the
Awesome
Lego
starts
movie?
playing.
Yeah.
What?
Apparently.
What is life? What?
By the way, Trask, you just kind of witness all this from a distance, where you teleported safely. Maybe you're like dancing to the beat of this Tegan and Sarah, the world's lesbian band songs.
Yeah, so I come up to the other two, fiddling with my universal translator. Um and L says, yeah, something's quite wrong with this. I don't I don't quite know. Every time I fiddle with this little dial here, it does weird things, you know?
It's beautiful because the words are yours, but also I'd really rather not have to listen to some of it.
Uh, I don't I don't know what to say to that. That's quite unfortunate, you know? Oh no. I'm glad that my Australian accent is recognizable enough that you knew what I was going for.
Oh, well, I'm afraid that we can't fix it yet. We have bigger things to deal with, like all these
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
That dino and that husk guy, you know? Quite upsetting, you know? Quite upsetting. Shall we?
Do we want to make some sort of plan before we go in, or are we just gonna go in paint cans blazing?
What do you think? I am, I kind of am of the mind of just swinging and hitting with my sword here, you know.
Very fair. Gita?
I don't make plans.
All right. That's fine. That's great. I didn't go to military academy back on Sappho Prime. No, no.
If you
That's
make plans, I can listen to your plans.
no, it's fine. We can do this seat of pants way. Is that correct? Is that the correct humanism?
Yeah.
Seat pants. Yeah, it's something like that. Very, very similar. Burp. Excuse me. That was a burp.
Oh, that translator.
So, you have basically like incapacitated almost all the dinos. Um, there are a few just like little lads, but at this point,
That's
yeah, like little like 3 feet lads. Still big for a dinosaur, but like small enough where like if they weren't trying to bite your hand off, you could pet them and they'd like it. Um, but they are just kind of vibing to Walking with a Ghost by Tegan and Sarah. That sounds like it's a sad song, probably.
sounds like a sad,
Sorry.
slow song.
Yeah, but you know, these are dinosaurs. These are the first sounds they've heard in like millions of years after hearing the sad Jiren Husk tell them what to do with the rockets.
I think that as we start heading towards the building, Gita will call two exes, both of which she's still friendly with. One who works at a like nature conservancy or like an animal conservancy, and one who is a DJ to sort of keep the dinosaur party going and keep them in control.
Yeah, yeah. Is this like a group text thing? Or are you just like doing a like a three-way call?
I think yeah, a little group chat scenario.
And they're gonna like one is going to be like, "OMG, do you see all the dinosaurs?" And the other one's like, "Wait, are you the one with all the dinosaurs? What do you want us to? What?"
Oh yeah, some jerk is like trying to mind control them and strapping rockets to them for some reason.
There's like like a keyboard smash added in all caps with 7 exclamation points. Rockets.
Oh, we got rid of most of the rockets though, so we just need you to take care of the little chihuahua dinosaurs.
Um, and then they like they both send back like okay question mark and do that. And you are heading towards I assume the big building where you saw everything, right?
Is
And
that the clock tower?
yeah.
Quite nice there. Would love to get our hands dirty.
And as you're heading there, you get closer to the door and you see that there's like a bunch of cameras like out there, and they all move to look at you, and suddenly the ground starts shaking,
Oh
and
no!
it first just feels like a small tremor, and then like you think, oh no, there are dinosaurs running at me, and you look around. No, they're all the Chihuahua dinosaurs are all popping. And then
Popping?
the bopping, like bopping to the
Oh,
song.
oh.
Yeah. Um, and then it the shaking gets stronger and stronger, and suddenly you all are thrown back a bit as the building in front of you starts to rise out of the ground, and the architecture bricks and stuff are falling, but they seem to be shaping and reforming, and the bell tower comes down, and basically this whole clock tower building is being crappily and shittily transformed into a dinosaur, like a building size building dinosaur. And at the clock tower you see like a weird tube comes up, and you see from in the distance Jiren Husk laughing at you, and just you hear over the intercoms coming through now this weird brick mouth. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to be the one to get rid of the lesbians.
Oi!
And that's where we're gonna go to break. We'll be back in 10 as we fight Jiren Husk. Welcome back. If you missed where we left off, gee willikers, you missed a lot. But currently, our Lesbian Werewolf Crimefighters are about to fight a giant dinosaur made from a building piloted by one Jiren Husk of Z Corp Industries that has brought all these dinosaurs back and strapped rockets to them. And this giant building dinosaur also has a rocket strapped to it, I should add. Just really quickly, our goal has been raised to 4,000, and you know what? Let's crush it. I just found out that there was a $500 donation during this, which is wild, absolutely bonkers. Thank you so much, everyone. So we're gonna do a couple things. Everyone's gonna get like an extra dice, 2 extra dice. Why not? Jay, you could change your voice as much as you like, unless we get a specific donation to change it again.
My lovely project lead from a project that I worked on has requested Russian.
There we go.
Oh no.
Russian request. And there will be an introduction of a new lesbian soon. But we are going to start combat as this Jiren Husk is piloting this like on like joysticks. Like it looks like they got a joystick set up for a fighting game and are now using it to control this building rocket dinosaur. And they're gonna do like a button mash combo, and the mouth is gonna open with a speaker, but a bunch of bricks are gonna shoot out at all of you.
Not the bricks.
And it's going to hit Gita and Captain. You all get hit by black and white striped bricks.
No, my weakness. The straight pride flag.
You're both gonna lose 1 tenacity. And you just hear it in the top. It's like, let's go, lesbians, my ass. And who's next?
Does this mecha building dinosaur have a tail?
Yeah, it's in the shape of like basically like a big T-Rex, but with a rocket on its back, and also made of bricks and like stuff.
I think that Gita is going to activate her Heelys in the combat boots and skate over, and if I can, skate up the tail. Otherwise, just start sort of like free rock climbing it to try and get towards where Husk is in mechified.
Okay, I think that would be a good like werewolf check, unless you want to argue the other ones.
No, I'm good calling that werewolf, and this die is only rolling 5s, which I will take because that's a hit.
Nice. So yeah, you were able to get there, and you're able to basically start this. So like you go into combat boots and you do the cool like skidding thing where you skid and you actually skid up this like tail. But you can't go. Your momentum is not enough to get you all the way up, but you're definitely like halfway up, almost to the back of the rockets. And Captain or El Trask.
So the building is being lifted out of the ground, right?
Yeah, it basically transformified into a giant dinosaur. The building itself.
Ah, shit. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I was a little distracted because I was looking up a video on how to do a Russian accent really quickly. So, do you, here we go. Apologies. Well, do I apologize to Russia? They're being pretty mean right now in the global sphere. Yeah, fuck you, Russia. Anyway, trans rights. What is my character's name? L teleports over to Captain, and Z does a little like flourish with the sword, and Z says, my Russian and my French sound so similar in my brain, and they are not at all similar. Soviet Russia. Okay, this is the voice that I am doing. It sounds a lot like the French one I was doing. This is so cursed. We should find the husk. Voice crack. We need to find the husk and stop him from controlling the brains of the dinosaurs.
I think I got about 30% of that from your
What?
universal translator.
I'm so sorry. I will try to fix it now.
Oh, okay.
And I literally walk away fiddling with it. And then you watch as El Trasca disappears, and I want to teleport just up. Because Gita, you're climbing it, right? Yeah, so I wanted like teleport a bit higher and reach down with my my little alien hands and help you up with the power of love.
Go ahead and roll either werewolf or lesbian. I'm leaning werewolf because you are still doing the like your teleporting thing.
Yeah, I'll roll werewolf since I have a +1 in that. That dice just fucked off to somewhere. I'm gonna roll another one. It just rolled like under my setup. I don't know where it went.
Oh, it went to Russia.
It went to Russia. Oh no. That is a 1, but thanks to that $500 donation, I'm gonna re-roll that. That is a 4, so I barely hit. Oh, there's the dice that I lost. Yeah, so
Yeah.
4 hit.
Yeah, no,
barely.
you're able to get up, not too far up, but like the sudden like momentum because it's like this building mecha robo dinosaur rocket wearing that is still moving, so you do have to like hang on really quick, but you're up above and you could assist Gita getting up this dino thing.
Insert strapped joke. And I'm gonna pull you up with my strong muscles.
Captain.
I think that I got about like 25%, 30% of what Elle had said. And I did hear mind control in there. So I'm going to try again with my mind reading to see if I can't read Husk's mind.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
should use an extra dice for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and
Because
roll
I've
your
been
werewolf.
rolling not so great.
Very poorly.
I continue to roll not so great. So that's going to be a 4.
Okay. Yeah, so you are able to kind of, you have to like focus for a good minute as you try to get all the way up there because there's so many things happening around you. But you're finally like able to focus and get to where Husk is, and actually like trying to get into their mind and read their mind is actually just surprisingly easy. Like you've had to focus really hard before to read other people's minds. This one is just like you're like it's an open door basically. And really in your head, like you're seeing mainly it's like you're seeing the training meter of like a fighting game as they try to do all the combos to move this. So you see like it's almost like DDR but with button presses. And then they get a glimpse of like, I hope they don't get the emergency stop button in the middle of the dinosaur's chest. Then like up, down, down, left, right, BA start and stuff like that.
I'm gonna shout up to L in our alien language. So us doesn't know that we know. There's a button on the middle of the dinosaur's chest. Go for that one. And then I'm going to turn into my werewolf form and start helping, heading up to help them.
Shot
Yeah.
through the heart.
And I think you're doing this. It did take some time, and even though Husk couldn't understand you, they definitely heard you and saw you, and so this giant beast creature robot thing. I'm going to change it every time I say it because I can't decide what I want to call it. The mouth and the jaws where the teeth are just actually all the gate spikes are coming down to chomp at you faster than you could think. And you look up, you see them too close, and then suddenly a giant dinosaur, actual dinosaur, rams into it, knocking it off course.
Oh.
And you see you turn and you see a giant T-Rex that from somewhere has had the lesbian flag spray painted on it, is now roaring. And Gita, you see your ex is writing it.
Let's go, lesbians!
And
let's go, lesbians.
the dinosaur has entered the fray, as that was enough to cause Husk and the robot to lose 2 tenacity, but still standing strong. And with that, you feel the what's happening?
No, I'm laughing. I got 2 more accent requests.
Oh, you got 2?
You all will find out what they are in just a second.
Speaking of Ttrpg and Gita, the rocket next to you suddenly starts shifting a bit, and you hear some beeping as you realize it's about to take off, and it is currently being shot out, leaving a big trail of fire and rocket behind it, which is right where you are. I'm actually gonna have y'all both roll just like a check. Why don't you roll either like your werewolf or crime fighting to kind of roll out of the way?
Me too.
Yes, because you're also
Oh,
right
okay.
there.
I got a 5.
I got a 4.
I have never seen a Batman movie, but I know enough pop culture to know that I think this is the voice.
Yeah, you're acing it.
Thanks. I love HRT.
You both are able to hold on fine. You are both a little cinched, and you're going to lose the tenacity.
Trans rights.
And this rocket just shoots straight up into the air. Don't quite know what's happening there yet. But if you want to keep the same rotation, I believe it was Gita that went first.
Yeah, I think I turn to Elle and say, if I transform, I think I can launch you with the heart. Because I have also been studying your alien language to understand you two better. And I would like to use my special move, Give a Gal a Hand, which when you want to assist...
precious.
When you want to assist an ally on a roll, you can spend one of your tenacity to give them an additional dice.
Yeah. So
Thanks.
that will go down tenacity. So Is this going to be like a sidewinder thing? Because you're on the back. It is literally like on the chest, like a megazord kind of deal.
Yeah, I think it's Gita sort of turns into werewolf form again, but this time it isn't like the low budget like MTV werewolf. It's the still low budget but more effort maybe old
like
monster
Marvel.
movie.
Marvel.
No,
Marvel
so
werewolf.
this is the like old monster movie werewolf, like captain's werewolf form, but
Oh.
bright pink and rippling with muscle. And she is going to grab on to Elle's, let's say both of Elle's waist, and just sort
Somewhere
of
like a harness or something. Yeah, you
yeah,
can.
just like yeet them sort of sideways over towards the chest of the dinosaur.
And as you grab onto L's harness, L is saying, okay, this sounds like a good plan. But as you grab it, you hit the communicator again, and as you yeet me, you hear L say, yeah! And then like just as I'm like getting farther away, where's that button? And I would like to try and hit the button that's somewhere somewhere on the chest.
Yeah, I think you are midair going like towards like Akita that had a good trajectory. So you're heading towards the chest, and you do see like behind like a middling layer of bricks as they start to fall off, you just see a giant button, but there is like a glass case over it.
So as I swing around in this like parabola
Mm-hmm.
I know math. Can I use my sword to try and smash that glass?
Yeah, go ahead.
Smash that glass and smash that follow button. Smash that dono. Let's get to
Smash the
4K.
patriarchy.
Is this my new voice? I don't know. What do I roll with?
I think this is going to be your lesbian powers because it's swords.
Okay, cool. That is a 5 then.
Okay. I would say you basically you launch your sword out, and you are able to basically pierce the glass and do it. And you see a crack forming. It's not quite broken yet, but you just need to give it a couple good kicks and you'll be good.
Can I, as I'm swinging around, can I transform from my humanoid form to my alien form?
Absolutely.
So we see L, um, L's body, there's like almost like a mirror shimmer effect because we're in like a what, like a 80s Star Trek-esque bad CGI transformation, so there's like
Yeah.
a weird shimmer dissolve Microsoft PowerPoint transition, and we see Elvianir's true form, which is a tentacled alien. And the most important part of the fact that I've tentacles is the little grippers, the little suction cups that I would like to use to like stick myself to the side of like the underside of the little dino here. And you disappeared for a second, Dusty.
Yeah, sorry. The background. I lower my head because I'm laughing so hard.
With my suction cup grippers. I hate calling them grippers, but holding on to the side of this dinosaur transmech something. And I would like to just keep like now with the butt of my sword getting at that glass. Tapping that glass, as you might say.
Yeah, I think you're able to do this. But as you get on there, like you hear some like alarms going off, and
Hoot and
There's so-
hollering, we've set off the alarms.
I love that this is coming from a tentacled creature.
Gosh darn it, that universal translator's acting up again.
And you see that the arms of this creature have like they're a little longer than how dinosaur arms usually, but you see that they kind of like the front parts like flip up almost like on a hinge, and there's like tinier metal arms under there, and they turn inward as they're gonna start trying to attack you, Eltrask.
Leaping lizards, oh
Right here. Well, I rolled a 7. So as you're trying to, with one arm tentacle on the sword, the other arm tentacle is trying to rip off the glass. You get you see some of them coming in time, but one of them kind of like grazes you, and you are slightly injured. You're gonna lose
Aw, nuts.
another tenacity. As they're trying to claw you with these little tiny like giant fork arms that are metal and going on the inside. And
It looks
that
like Husk is a forklift certified.
with that, Captain.
I'm watching this from the ground, turning
Yeah.
into my werewolf form, which is very much reminiscent of like the 1940s Wolfman. Very like jerky motions, even black and white. Like ripped
Not the
from
straight pride
cinema.
flag.
Oh no, not like that. There's gray in there too, so we're all good. And I'm going to look around at my surroundings and see bricks all over the ground and remember my history. And I'm going to pick up a brick and I'm going to start throwing bricks at Husk to try
Yeah.
and distract those arms, maybe.
Yeah,
away
absolutely. Go ahead
from
and
Ella.
that's definitely either a werewolf or a crime fighting.
I'd love to use crime fighting if I can.
Absolutely.
All right, that is an 8.
That is a great success. So tell me how you get their attention.
I'm going to let out a huge werewolf growl, Wilhelm scream mixed together. You hear the blaring of like a movie startup. Da, 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 da. No, not that. You know what I mean? The fanfare, the movie fanfare.
Bum bum bum
Bum,
bum.
bum.
Da, 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 da.
Boom.
Yeah, my werewolf form pops out to that, and just is like, fight me down here, you cowardly husk rat, and just throwing bricks, just daring the arms to come down and get a piece.
This
Yeah.
Disney DVD has been enhanced with Disney's Fast Play. Your movie and a selection of bonus features will begin automatically.
You
and
wouldn't
with that,
steal a car.
you wouldn't download a pizza, but you're able to like enraged at what's happening at your werewolf partners. You're going to be throwing the bricks, and you basically lodge one into like the glass case that Husk is in, which scares the shit out of him. You like, if you were closer, in fact, Gita, since you're kind of closer, you hear a blood curdling scream as like that happens, but then it stops really quickly, and you just hear the speakers. You think a brick is going to destroy me? Not at all. And those arms start to like rotate out, and then you hear more like thrusting rockets, and the arms suddenly launch out because those are also rockets. And as they are heading straight towards you, Captain, earlier we got another $50 donation. So suddenly they are merely a dozen feet from you, and then they stop. And floating down behind you, you see one of the lesbians that was riding the T-Rex. Maybe one of Gita's exes. And you
Oh.
see that they are in ripped jeans, red flannel, but they have also werewolfed out. And you see that their eyes are glowing, and they have their hands out, and they come down. It's like, looks like you could have used a hand. And they're gonna twist their arms, and with their telekinesis powers, gonna send the rockets right back.
Ah, there's like a swell of music, like old movie, like da-da-da-da-da, and you can see like
You
the
belong
hearts.
to the light, you belong to the thunder. We belong, we belong together.
Just heart eyes.
Yeah, and then these rockets go right back, and they're heading straight for this button that Eldrask, you have been able to remove the glass casing from. And I would say you could see this coming. You'd have enough time to jump off as they pierce right through the middle. And then suddenly this whole mechanism stops.
Holy chicken fried tarnation, that was close.
And both Eldrask and Gira, you could feel that the structure below you is starting to crumble as it just starts to basically crumble like a giant Jenga tower. And you hear muffled shouting and cursing and expletives coming from the glass dome on top where Husk is falling down to the ground. And Trask and Gita, you're able to jump out of the way with both your lesbian and werewolf powers and your crime fighting powers as this dinosaur creature is no more. And as it crumbles, all the dinosaurs around you that have like been spray painted, are paint cannoned, or have just kind of been like bopping still to Tegan and Sarah back there. Kind of come to and just like you hear confused like dinosaur roars and barks, and they just kind of like disperse.
Is that okay? That seems like it might be bad for the environment.
Maybe one of your exes can start a dinosaur sanctuary?
That's true. And she sort of turns towards the one who had the telekinesis powers and says, like, accusingly, but like lighthearted, like, I didn't know you were a werewolf super fighter, like crime fighter too.
I didn't know you were one either. We gotta talk more.
If only we had communicated.
Yeah. And yeah, the Husk is still kind of in there.
Can I try to teleport myself up there to grab him?
Yeah, I mean he's at the top of basically the rubble pile at this point. Yeah. Easily.
Okay, so I would like to teleport there, and I use my tentacled appendages to grab him, and then uh move myself down the rubble. um and uh present him to Captain and Gita and Gita's exes. And Eltrask says, we got him. What do we do with him now? And don't worry about stop complaining, Mr. Husk. I have diplomatic immunity. You can't touch me.
How'd you get diplomatic immunity? I've been trying for years.
Well, it seems that if you're a billionaire asshole, people don't like you. But me, I'm alien royalty.
I get like 1 million likes on my memes though. They're all from Blitter 2 accounts, but you know.
Blitter? You mean that newfangled social media that you took over recently?
Look, I just are we done? How much?
No, actually, I've got you in my tentacled grasp. You ain't going nowhere. You can listen to us talk at you forever.
There are some things that money can't buy.
Unless you want to pay me $25, Mr. Husk, and I can change my voice. You're wealthy enough. We need only 500. No, wait, I can't do math. $599.25 to hit our goal. You're wealthy enough. You can do that, can't you?
Maybe if I get all my Blitter 2 accounts to pay out. Look, it's only $7 a month. I don't get why everyone's complaining.
$7 a month? What? Tell me, what, I don't really use the newfangled social media, but what does $7 a month get you on Blitter? What do you even get for that?
Because it would get you like 2 iced coffees around here.
Oh, yeah.
It gets you a smiley face next to your name.
Is that it?
Iced coffee is better.
I don't know about that. Have you seen those smiley faces? Have you seen those NFT JPEGs?
That's enough. And I'm gonna have my glaive and just kind of smash it down next to Husk. What are we doing? What are we doing with this specimen?
I'm gonna take your phone, Mr. Husk, and I'm gonna take his phone with one of my tentacles and pass it to my hand because I still have a hand. And I would like to log into his Blitter account using. I just like put the phone in front of his face to unlock it. And then with my opposable thumbs, I would like to make a sheet, and I'll sheet to all of his followers, and make an announcement that Husk is giving away all of his money, and all you have to do is send Husk a Venmo request, and that he will be fulfilling them all. And you can Venmo request however much money you need. And then until someone stops me, Eltrask is going to sit there on Venmo giving away all of Husk's money.
And I think with that, as you just hear the constant notification of request confirm, request confirm, request confirm, request confirm. The sun is
Wow,
going
there's a lot
to...
of people that want your money, Husk. It's so nice that you're sharing.
The sun will slowly start setting over Northampton, and let's go lesbians. Y'all save the
You want
day.
to kiss about it? Eltrask asks the other two.
Gira sends in her Venmo request and says, absolutely.
Approved. And then we kiss about it.
Yay!
And that has been Lesbian Werewolf Crimefighters.
Yeehaw!
Before we go off into that night, why don't we just remind everyone who we are? Again, let's start with the captain / Christina. Who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi everyone, I'm Christina and I played Captain. You can find me over on Blitter at D20xtina. Or you can catch me on Fridays over on Angry Nerd Girls channel on Three Flings. Not this next Friday, but starting up again in May. I'll be there. Yeah.
Excellent. Let's go, Alyssa.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. You can find me on Blitter at A Disaster Queer. You can find me on the podcast Goblets and Gays and on the stream Mist Lost at the Mandy's channel on Wednesdays, both of which are very gay and chaotic. And starting next month, I will be GMing on Ttrpg, a game of apocalypse keys. So, which will be gay and chaotic, but in a different way than this.
Excellent. Eldrask / J.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nala or Jay. I use they, them pronouns. I'm on Blitter at Nala Woo and at Nala Draws if you'd like to see my art. I am a freelance illustrator and art director working full time in TTRPGs. Previous work includes I actually did art on Apocalypse Keys, also Coyote and Crow, and Uncaged Goddesses, and a lot of other really cool products. I am also art directing for All the Witches currently, so that's very exciting. As well as some other projects that haven't been announced yet. Blah 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 blah. Besides art, I believe it or not, am a voice actor, a sensitivity consultant, and a TTRPG content creator and actual play stream performer. If you hire me to voice act, I can do good voices. I promise you that. Blah, blah, blah. As far as stuff that I do, am I on anything soon? I don't know. Follow my Blitter. That's the best place to keep up with all of the stuff that I'm doing. And yeah, that's pretty much me. Thank you for forcing me to do how many act 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different accents. Thank you. That means 6 times 25 is $150 were spent on me.
Let's
So
go.
thank you for that. I'm gonna pass it back off to our lovely girl boss, Dusty.
Hello, yes, I have been your girl boss tonight. I am Dusty. You can find me on the interwebs at Dusty Hill. And if you enjoyed this game, it is currently in the chat. I wrote it. You can find it at dustyhill.hio. I'm pretty sure if you look up Lesbian Werewolf Crimefighters, you won't find anything else if you're on Safe Search. You could also find me. I'm also on Goblets and Gays. You can find me on Bring Your Own Mech. If you want to see more shenanigans that involves Alyssa as cast, I am the GM of at An Unwavering Force, which is a Star Wars podcast using Pathfinder 2e. We are launching in about 2 weeks now, which I'm very excited. We have a bunch of stuff there. Definitely check it out at Unwavering Force. I'm so excited for that game to come out. And I'm so happy how this game turned out. Y'all were all fantastic. We are so close to our next goal. We're already at 3,400. Just $600 more, and we'll get to $4,000 for Trans Lifeline. Just exclamation point donate. Check the other shows that are going to be happening this weekend. And thank you everyone for donating. It truly means a lot for everything happening in this disaster of a timeline.
Trans rights.
Trans rights. Trans rights are humans' rights. Look, I support trans rights. I support trans wrongs, okay?
Speaking of trans rights and wrongs, it looks like we're going to be rating Transplanar, which is Lexi and Josephine playing God Killer, which I am super hyped for.
Yeah. you go into that chat. It's hashtag Let's Go Lesbians,
Yes. Let's go, lesbians!
and I think that's it for tonight. Go watch Transplaner. Go watch God Killer.
Let's go, lesbians. Let's go.